Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. In our recent community call, I had shared the solution and resolution to dealing with the vice, mada, or arrogance. The solution is remember. The resolution is absorb. When you remember all who have helped you in your life, you smile. When you're absorbed in helping them back, you laugh. To help us deal with our mada, I'm going to share what happened yesterday morning. After I was with all of you, then I went outside with our boys. Yesterday was garbage day, so everyone was working hard. And across the street from us, there's a couple who my parents have known for a long time. He used to be the mayor of Niagara Falls. They've been to my sister's wedding. And so the boys go to the front of the driveway and they say good morning and smile and so on. So I was telling the boys yesterday, say good morning, Mr. Thompson. And he's an older man in a fancy Mercedes. And so they came to the front and they both said, good morning, Mr. Thompson. And then Shuka, I don't know where his mind was. He shifted it to good morning, Thompson. Like he has a personal relationship with the former mayor of Niagara Falls. But then he says, good morning, Thomas the Train. Smile and laugh, correct? When you're smiling and laughing, do you feel arrogant? This is what we do in Meaningful Mornings. We smile and we laugh. We are in the warning portion of chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita. Shri Krishna has already taught how to be dedicated, and now he's warning that if one is not dedicated, they will never make the transition from fearful to fearless. They will be stuck in chapter 1 and never grow into chapter 2. What is holding us back from being dedicated? Dislikes, likes, anger, desire. What should we do? Start by dealing with dislikes. It is the most expressive vice amongst these. Dealing with dislikes is not a casual matter. If it were, Shri Krishna would not be emphasizing it the way he is right now, correct? But verse after verse after verse is about dislikes. 1 week from today, 42 seekers from 21 cities will be running 21 kilometers together, in their own cities, but together. We call ourselves the running from the mind community. Running from the mind. Why? Because what does the mind do? It interprets. In other words, it assigns likes and dislikes, yes? And the more one interprets, the more distracted one becomes. In our community, I've encouraged all 42 seekers. Instead of having an extrovert mind that interprets, chant. When you're engaged in your long distance running, 2 hours, 3 hours, chant. And to really lock this in, all of them have been encouraged not to walk, jog, run with any device. Who are they with? Their own mind. See how active they have to be to just deal with dislikes. Who wants to jog for 2 hours? Everyone dislikes that. But through this community, everyone is coming to like this. In my life, this is the most quiet period of my day when I go for these 2-hour jogs. You deal with the dislikes, you deal with the likes. This helps us to be more directed, helps us to be more dedicated. The point I'm trying to make is that dealing with dislikes, you cannot be passive. You have to be active. So next year, you join the Running from the Mind community, okay? Shri Krishna is sharing the same thought in verse 40. Indriyani mano buddhihi asyadishtanam uchyate eter vimohayat yeshaha jnanamavritya dehinam. The first quarter. Indriya, show me your indriya. Body. Manaha, show me. It's on the news right now, correct? Or it's on the stove. And your buddhi, here. Meaningful ones. Shri Krishna is, in a cryptic way, sharing. It is the intellect that has desires. That then expresses in the mind as likes and dislikes. That's the assigning. I like this, I dislike this. And that gets expressed through the body. Shared in a way that I've shared with you before. The intellect is the supervisor, the mind is the manager, and the body is the worker. If you want to change the culture of a workplace, a strategy is start with the front line. Correct? Direct the body. That helps one to direct the mind, to direct the intellect. Asya adishtanam uchyate. The intellect, the mind, the body is said, uchyate, adishtanam, the seat, asya, of dislikes, likes, anger, desire. See, if you want to fight an enemy, you have to know where that enemy is, correct? That's what Shri Krishna is presenting. In chapter 1, where was the enemy? In front of Prince Arjuna. Now in chapter 3, where is the enemy? It's himself. I'll share this in a different way. Our actions for the body are conscious. Our thoughts or mind intellect is subconscious. And our source of thoughts, which is the ego, is unconscious. The unconscious expresses as the subconscious, which expresses as the conscious. If I want to change my unconscious, I can't do that directly. I have to do that with the body, with my actions. Yes? Shri Krishna is trying to share, here's where you start in this fight against yourself. Third quarter. Etaihi vimohayati esha. These. What are these? Again, dislikes, likes, anger, and desire. Where do they live? In the body, the mind, and the intellect. What do they do to us? Vimohayati. they confuse us. They confuse Esha, which means everything that we know. Now I believe 101 verses of teaching of Bhagavad Gita. How this feels. Avidya, this is one who is forgetful. They're confused about who they are. Wherever there's avidya, there's going to be vikshepa, which is, I think this is who I am. And wherever there's vikshepa, then there's going to be raga, likes and dislikes, which is where I feel this is who I am. How we've gone from being infinite to being such an individual. I like this food. I dislike this food. I like this person. I dislike this person. If there were no likes and dislikes with social media would hardly have the power it does right now. But it capitalizes on people feeling they're an individual. How normal this has become, that this is who I am. But it's all a projection. Why the projection? Because I don't know who I am. That's what dislikes all the way to desires, the effect they're having on us. Dehina, us, jnanam avritya, what we know is covered. We're confused about what are right actions, the right attitude, the right atman, the right ananda. If I can summarize this verse, this train of thought, it is to be vigilant. Live your life carefully. Every action, every word, every thought, every desire. Shri Krishna is highlighting the one who takes for granted small things, like dislikes. It's natural to have dislikes. It's normal. Then they're also going to take for granted big things like who they are. If I can't deal with dislikes, I'm never going to be able to deal with desires. These verses convey to me how important, how valuable meaning is. Wherever there's meaning, we are more vigilant. We are more careful. If it's meaningless, we're casual. We are careless. Do you all agree? From inspiration to application. Your recent applications were to come up with a comparison for the types of desires. When I was reading Kathy from Valparaiso, her entry, she was comparing sattvic, rajasic, tamasic desires to weather. Different intensity. Her husband compared it to a driveway. That is the dirt on a driveway. Really fine examples to think about. They make you remember it all the time. Yesterday's application, to come up with a 5-point plan on how to direct the senses. How many of you tried? Here's my observation. Okay, this is my reflection. Hear instruments. Touch discomfort. See time. Taste food. Smell earth. Hear instruments. When you hear an instrument, there's less politics, correct? If I'm listening to a flute, is there politics in flute music? If you listen to the news, you listen to sports, you listen to someone talking at the grocery store, there could be negativity. So here instruments. Touch, discomfort. We're always wanting to touch comfort, correct? Soft pillow, soft skin, soft everything. Touch discomfort and make yourself comfortable in that. See time. See, as I'm facilitating meaningful mornings, where do you keep seeing my eyes? On the time, so that you're not angry at me. When you watch a show, make sure that clock is there so you see how long you're watching for. Taste food. We all think we're already doing that. That's not correct. We taste food products. When you eat a granola bar, that's a food product, isn't it? That's not food. So you have to taste, but taste food, not food products. And smell, cologne, perfume. Smell the earth. It is the best smell. The earth never smells bad. I could be allergic to your cologne. You could be allergic to my perfume. We're definitely allergic to our vasanas. Smell the earth. Here's your application for this morning. It is going to be the same application for 10 days now. Listen carefully. I want you to identify a article, a being, and a circumstance you dislike. And during Navaratri, you have to change that to liking it. Like our seekers who run now. Seekers, you all like running now. Yes? Yes. And I want you to think of a article, being, circumstance that you like. And I want you to evolve that to loving that. Clear? An ABC you dislike, you have to like it. An ABC you like, you have to love that. That has to become your dharma. Shanti, shanti, shantihi. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happy.